Let's talk about the Epson ink cartridge lawsuit, which is pretty interesting. Epson has long been against the selling of refilled and remanufactured ink cartridges for their printers. They filed a bunch of lawsuits to stop those generic cartridges from being sold. Epson is known for selling printers really, really cheaply at almost no profit, or sometimes literally no profit at all, with the idea of making money in the long term by selling ink cartridges. So if people are buying Epson ink cartridges from other manufacturers, you can see why Epson would be upset about that. Other ink manufacturers have said that there's really no reason why it should be illegal to produce remanufactured cartridges for Epson printers or refill packages. And as a result of over 20 recent lawsuits, some of the rules now that govern what can be sold and what can be manufactured for Epson ink cartridges include the fact that they must be cartridges that Epson was allowed the first sale of. So like these remanufactured Epson cartridges, these three are cartridges that were originally manufactured. So these three cartridges conform to some of these rules that have now been established. The most important rule is that the cartridges must have first been sold by Epson. So all three of these cartridges were originally manufactured by Epson and they were sold as brand name or OEM cartridges. Then they can be refilled or remanufactured. Now, the other stipulation is that all that can be done with these is that the ink can be refilled, but you can't change the ink tank and you also can't change the chip on the cartridges that are at the bottom, according to these rules that have been set as a result of the Epson lawsuits. In addition, you have to have absolutely no dishonest representation of what refilled cartridges are. Meaning, if you're going to sell refilled or remanufactured Epson cartridges, you have to make it very clear and you have to mark them clearly, saying this is not a brand name cartridge. It cannot say Epson on it at all. It can have absolutely no trademarks on it related to Epson. It has to be very clear that it's been refilled or remanufactured. And those are just some of the rules and the most important restrictions that have come up in terms of Epson ink cartridges as a result of the numerous lawsuits they've filed